Good morning, people. On behalf of the Rescuing Our Community podcast, I am Clayton here with a brief but informative update into the bias of law enforcement and prosecutors are law enforcement. But basically, the people I'm here this morning to talk about prosecutorial misconduct and bias in law enforcement. Myself, I'm a victim of domestic violence. I never thought I would be able to say that openly or candidly on any type of media, but I am. I have a lifetime final order of protection against an offender who has been stalking and harassing me for well over 2.5 years. They have lied to multiple law enforcement jurisdictions. They have lied in multiple municipalities, all in an attempt to get revenge on me for honestly just ending the relationship and trying to have my peace. So this morning, as of late, I've advocated against bias in law enforcement for minority males because there does exist a lot of bias in law enforcement against minority males with respect to our treatment and the rights given to minority males as victims. But this doesn't only happen to minority males, audience. It happens to women also. And I've said that. I've said that periodically from time to time that law enforcement is biased towards minorities in general, but primarily they are more biased towards men. This morning, unfortunately, I have the unfortunate, I would say, experience, I guess, to relay to say it's not only minority men. I get a phone call from a detective the other day. This detective is calling me about the mother of my child. Now, everybody thinks that I'm just a horrible person who likes to bash or attack my offender. But the truth is, people, there is much more going on in my life than just my offender. My offender is not the only person who lied on me and put orders of protections on me and tried to have me arrested. Actually, four people in my life, as of the last 12 months, have done it. I've beaten two of them. I have two left to go. One of these people was actually the mother of my child. The mother of my child, about, I would say, a year and a half ago, angry about what had happened with my offender, with our child being hit and me not telling her, decides she wants to get revenge on me. So she goes to the police and she lies through her teeth on me to have me arrested. Now I have said in my podcast how this woman, the mother of my child, that's how horrible this situation is. The mother of my child and my offender were trying to work together to destroy me for well over 8 months. Now, the mother of my child, in fairness to her, she did not know a lot of the things that were going on between me and this offender because this offender is a pathological liar and skilled manipulator. She manipulated this woman. She lied and made this woman think that she was not included in the order of protection and that her child was not on this order of protection. The mother of my child eventually finds out. She becomes concerned. She decides, she has to reach out to me to tell me what's going on with Francina. And she does, people, commendably. She finally attempts to do the right thing to some extent. She contacts me. She tells me, she totally admits that she lied on me to the police, people. She tries to do the right thing. She tells me she's going to go to law enforcement and do the right thing. Now, this was probably about 2 months ago, audience. I was on my way to Thailand when this actually happened. So now, people, about 4 to 6 weeks go by. She doesn't do it. And people, I love my daughter. I want to see my daughter. I've been kept from my daughter because her mother lied on me for over a year for Francina Evans. So people, what I did smartly was I kept all this woman's text messages to me. The contact apologized and the lie for me. She contacted me on 3 separate platforms. People, WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, and my iPhone text. So I had copies of all of those, and I also recorded her admitting to me how Francina was calling her, contacting the child, how Francina and her mother had drove out from Staten Island to Brooklyn trying to see my daughter. I recorded all of this. And I took this to the 7-5 precinct about 2 weeks ago. So a detective calls me yesterday and he's like, yeah, they want to arrest my daughter's mother. And people, I'm like, why do you want to arrest her for telling the truth about a woman who was after her daughter? Because people, that's the truth. Now, yeah, she broke an order of protection. She violated an order of protection. But why did she violate an order of protection? She violated an order of protection because she found out Francina was lying to her and she believed her child was in danger. So I tried to tell this officer that, and this officer's like, well, you came in and filed a report. Don't you want her arrested? I said, no, I want justice. And honestly, what she did is not a violation because she was concerned for her child. Literally, if you listen to the recording, the mother of my child is telling me how freaking crazy Francina is. But people, Justice is so wrong against minorities, people, that this is insane that these cops are trying to ignore the fact that she's telling them that Francina Evans, a convicted offender with an order with an order to stay away from her child, has violated that order. So I said to this detective, I said, detective, I got to be fair with you. I don't think that this is right. And yeah, I did file this report because I had to file the report. The truth of the matter is I have to alert the law enforcement to what this woman is doing because she is so protected on Staten Island that she's getting away with everything she does to this order. I'm in danger. My daughter's in danger. People, Francina Evans is crazy. But people, because Staten Island is so obsessed with keeping her clean, they reach out to areas outside of Staten Island to try to interfere with Francina's arrest and prosecutions. So 2 weeks ago, I believe 3 weeks ago, she was arrested in Brooklyn for stealing my father's medical records. People, Staten Island reached out to Brooklyn to have them 343 or decline to prosecute Francina's case. People, again, a week later, Francina contacted me on Facebook. People, Staten Island again did it, people. I'm telling you the truth. Staten Island is corrupt. Michael McMahon's office is obsessed with violating my rights to keep Francina Evans free of criminal prosecution in New York. Now, people, my daughter's mother is on tape talking for 2 hours about everything Francina Evans has been doing for over a year. These people hear this in this tape. And now they don't know what to do because the truth of the matter is this: they can't arrest my daughter's mother for telling the truth. If Francina was violating an order of protection, how are you going to arrest this woman for telling the truth, for being afraid for the safety of her child with a woman who has an order of protection against her to stay away from her child and who has lied to her for over a year? People, this is injustice. This is what racism is. See, my daughter's mother is a single black mother and who has no connections. Francine is connected to the racism and bigotry of Staten Island. So now, people, my daughter's mother, in the eyes of the law, is considered to be a regular black woman. She has no favoritism. She has no sexism. She has no bigotry protecting her. She's just a regular single black mother who, and honestly, forgive my stuttering, single black mothers are also a target of law enforcement. Because the truth is this: law enforcement has an overall agenda to oppress and minimize all minorities. The primary enemy of law enforcement, though, is minority men, because we're the stronger of the sex. We're the stronger of the species, the men. In every species, the men are the stronger of the species. So of course they want to destroy the men, and they'll empower the women, but it's easier to control the women. What I'm saying is for this reason, people. I say this because I understand that both of my ex and my daughter's mother are black women, but they're black women with two separate type of social standing. See, again, Francina is connected to the racism, bigotry, sexism, and favoritism of Staten Island. Francina is in favor with with law enforcement authorities for whatever unethical reason Staten Island is deciding to violate constitutional and federal law for her. My daughter's mother does not have those connections. So the NYPD is so thirsty to arrest this woman. They've called me about 8 times, and I keep telling them the truth. I'm saying, listen, you're going to arrest a woman who was trying to protect her child. That makes no sense. And I have to tell you something about that, sir. If you do that and you don't arrest Francina Evans, that you are discriminating against her. Because how can you arrest her for telling the truth about what this woman was doing to her child? Honestly, people, I'm not mad at my daughter's mother. I only made the report because I realized the truth was the only way I was going to see my daughter faster than 3 months from now is if I reported this to the cops, because my daughter's mother was afraid to tell the truth because she was afraid she was going to get arrested because she knew what she did. Now, unfortunately, people, she's right. They are going to arrest her because she did violate an order of protection. But people, I think in mitigating circumstances, this woman should not be arrested because it's why she contacted me. She never threatened me. She told me the truth, which is, listen, we need to talk. This damn girl is crazy. I didn't know the stuff she was doing. I owe you an apology. This chick is crazy. I need to talk to you. And she starts telling me everything Francine has done. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have to realize the truth here, people, is that all minorities need to be spoken up against for with Staten Island. It's not just men, and I was wrong for that, people. I made an improper assessment, people, because it's not just men they're violating. Again, Staten Island is so biased, so racist, so composed of favoritists and bigots and sexists that they actually create the victims they want. They don't accept victims. A prosecutor's office should not have the ability to create victims. Victims are created through victimization, through things that happen to them that they don't want to happen to them. Prosecutors don't control that. A prosecutor's job is to be the defender of people who are victimized for things that they don't want to happen to them. Now, people, this woman didn't want Francina Evans to contact her and use her to try to destroy her child's father. She didn't want that. Francina Evans wanted that. This woman would have never even talked to Francina if she realized that there was an order of protection for Francina to stay away from her child. She didn't know that, people, and Francina knew she didn't know that because Francina was originally trying to destroy the relationship with me and my child. That's why she told the mother of my child about hitting my child, because she knew the mother of my child would get so mad she would start talking to me. And once that happened, she circled around me to get in contact with the mother of my child through Instagram so she could try to manipulate the mother of my child into backing her claims that she didn't assault the child. And people, Melissa Thomas was helping her. Melissa Thomas and Francina Evans have been all over my daughter's mother for a year trying to convince my daughter's mother to change her opinion and say Francina didn't hit the kid. Now, the truth is, my daughter's mother hasn't done it. They've been trying to get her to become a prop by inviting her to domestic violence events, to trying to invite her to Mount Sinai Church with Victor Brown. People, Victor Brown is involved in this shit. Excuse my language, that scumbag pastor. This is the truth. Now, all of this is said on the audio that the NYPD have against my daughter's mother. How Francina was doing all of this, people. We'll see if justice really happens. Because, see, people, the truth is this, and this detective said it to me. He said it's really difficult to arrest your child's mother and not arrest this girl because you also have an order of protection against this girl. Now, people, I'm not against them arresting Francina. I totally believe they should. But the problem is, from what I'm understanding, that there's a mitigating factor here. Somebody from Staten Island reached out for Francina and tried to tell them that that I was lying. So people, they have a conflict here because they believed it because people, the DA's office reached out for Francina in the Brooklyn. People, I'm telling you the truth. Michael McMahon will stand on this camera on Facebook with that leatherish devil smile. And the truth is, he's violated my constitutional rights every time Francina gets arrested. They have people from the office reach out to places she's being arrested and prosecuted and trying to favor. Now, people, she has been detained, but she's not fully prosecuted because before she gets before a judge, the Staten Island district attorney reaches out to try to have them decline to prosecute her. People, it's happened more than one time already. People, again, there's lawsuits in, there's subpoenas in. We're going to get to the truth because, again, my daughter's mother should not be punished for trying to protect her child, for trying to alert her child's father that there is a legal, federally protected order of protection against to stay away from her child is trying to contact the child. People, that's wrong. How does Francina get to walk and this girl get to go to jail for trying to protect the baby? A baby that Francina Evans most certainly assaulted, people, because I'm not going to back down from what I'm saying. I have pictures of my child being injured. I have text messages where this girl is bragging she's going to tell the mother. But no one wants to believe it just because Francina sit here and told you that she didn't do it. People, I don't speak about this woman because I enjoy it. People, I wish I could get this woman out of my life, people. She is infested in my life like a project apartment infested with roaches, people. She's everywhere. She got people creating dummy accounts, attacking my social media, saying stupid stuff. She got clown dudes that's going in my DM talking about they want to fight because they liked her in high school, like that corny nigga Robert Browning. People, this is a sick situation told by an even sicker young woman, people. Honestly, everybody wants to be angry with me, but the truth is this girl destroyed her own life. I have nothing to do with this, people. I am not the destruction behind this girl's life. Her brothers, her mother, they should be fucking ashamed of themselves. Excuse my language, because the truth is, it's not one of them who don't know what's actually going on here. This girl is so obsessed with me, people, that she reached out to the mother of my child trying to effectuate my custody hearing, hoping she could destroy my custody, trying to convince the woman to file motions for sole custody and all this. People, why? Francina's not my daughter's mother, bitch. Why don't you move on? But see, people, this is the truth behind my situation. This is the truth behind the woman who claims she's being litigation abused. People, no, she's not. What she's doing is she's fucking stalking her ex-boyfriend. She's doing everything she can in her power to ruin the life of her ex-boyfriend. She's attacking him financially. She's attacking him socially. She's attacking him family-wise by attacking his relationship with his only child. That's what she's doing. She has waged war on all fronts, and she's being protected by the bigot and racist who is Michael McMahon. People, I can confidently call Michael McMahon a bigot and a racist because he's done it to me. I can confidently say that that office is sexist and favoritist. You know why? Because they've done it to me. See, people, they may hate my guts. They may have a team of detectives watching these broadcasts, and for every detective watching, I hope I look good because what I'm saying is the truth. You hate me because you know I'm telling the truth. You know you falsely arrested me for Francina Evans violating my Fifth Amendment protections against Shovel Deputy. Excuse me. You know you violated my Sixth Amendment protections against prosecutorial processes and arresting me for an offender who hit me in the head with a crowbar, plus the things you did to me with Francina Evans. And people, you most certainly, Staten Island, NYPD, and District Attorney's Office, you most certainly violated my 14th Amendment rights by refusing me the constitutional protections against any offender I've had in the last 4 years. People, Staten Island is corrupt, people. I'm not going to take a knee. I'm not going to zip my lip. I'm not going to curtail what I'm saying when I know the District Attorney's Office of Staten Island is corrupt, biased, racist, and controlled by bigots and sexists and favoritists. People, I know this is the truth. I can stand on it. I will stand by my mother's grave with my hand on the Bible and tell you I know this is what that office is about, people, because they've done it to me. They have totally violated my rights. They continue to violate my rights simply to protect the people in that office from the exposure of everything I'm saying. People, why can I show you an email from the chief of criminal court prosecutions admitting Francina Evans was uncredible? People, why can I let you hear a recording of Mackenzie Upshaw telling me I'm a victim, and then show you an iPhone conversation where she completely denies all the validity of all of the order of protections and proof I have on Francina? So Staten Island could effectuate an arrest so they can honor her through safe arising. People, this was a massive conspiracy played out by the organization that is the Staten Island District Attorney's Office. And they're continuing to do it because what they are is in damage control mode right now. People, they're trying to stick around me, build the cases, squat, and do whatever they can to discredit me because they don't want anybody to believe the verified things I'm saying. But people, I've posted court orders. I've posted copies of court transcripts from Staten Island. And people, I've even subpoenaed the court to unseal the records of Francina Evans because people, if I can unseal this transcript, that means I can show it online and I can show you how she's actually been convicted. I can show you how a judge is telling you she's litigation abusing me, people, because this needs to stop. Maybe showing the words of superior court judges who are actually assessing the true information of Francina Evans will destroy the credibility of the Staten Island DA's office. Because people, the Staten Island DA's office wants you to think that I'm just an offender who's lying on Francina Evans or who is just harassing their staff and criticizing the opinions of the LGBTQ community. Oh, crap, I got it. No, people, I'm not. I don't have nothing against the LBTG community, people. I have gay friends. I'm going to be honest. I know transgenders, people. I don't have nothing against them, people. I've never violated them, people. You're not going to find someone who said that I've ever violated them, people. So for anyone who tries to run that card, you're going to have a difficulty playing that hand because you ain't going to be able to do that. The truth of the matter is, people, Staten Island is corrupt. And I'm not the enemy because I'm telling the truth behind what they did to me. I'm a black man they violated. I see black women they violated. I see minority men all over that they're violating, and I'm saying something about it. Sometimes people, the hero is the person who doesn't have the fear that regular people do to say the things that need to be said. People, I'm saying it. I'm not afraid of Staten Island people because the truth is they've been after me for 3 or 4 years already. People, I ain't scared of them. They've been doing it. And once I realized that they are my true enemy several months ago, and I started to honestly realize, Clayton, why are you not saying anything? They're doing it anyway. That's why I speak. That's why I speak with no fear, people, because they've already set me up on false cases. What the hell I got to be afraid of, people? They did it to me already. So, people, I'm getting on 20 minutes. On behalf of justice and Operation Rock, people, we need to stop prosecutorial discrimination, and all offenders need to be arrested, not just the ones they choose. stop injustice, expose Staten Island people